to the next episode of the Gentleman of Style Show. I'm Baldwin.
And I'm Creech, and today we got a great show for you guys. We got a young phenom, a singer, a balladeer. He's also an actor. Man, this guy does it all.
Hey, you know, you've been talking about him for a while. You know, I haven't known him very long, but from what I can tell, whatever he's got going on, it's hot.
Oh yeah, sizzling, fire. Ain't nothing but fire. So we're not gonna keep you guys waiting. Today on the show, we've got the young, the talented, the phenom. We've got Chris Fee. What's going on, brother? What's going on?
Good to meet you.
Yeah. Right. Have a seat. Have a seat. Yeah. So let's get into it. Chris Fee, where did the name come from?
Well, first of all, probably around, I want to say maybe middle school. I ain't gonna lie, I got it from my friend. She was helping me out with Instagram. Then you know, it was just something little, so I never thought nothing much of it. So till around after I started making videos for my Instagram, like when I started blowing up, people started recognizing me, seeing me, calling me Chris Fee. So I'm like, that kind of ring, like that kind of sounds good. So I'm just like, yeah, even my pops gave me the idea, so I was like, you might as well stick with it till it stick.
Hey man, you gotta embrace it. Somebody give you something, take it, make it your own. So obviously it sounds like you made it your own.
What influences your music?
I look up to artists like Michael Jackson since I was like a little kid.
Okay.
One of my big influences, Chris Brown, you know, Miguel, you know, the OG like R&B artists, and even my dad himself, since he's always blowing his music in the car, so you know that's why I used to go to. So I started.
Do you have a favorite artist? Excluding your dad.
Yeah.
You gotta say it.
Nah. See, anything myself.
Okay.
I mean, I'm my own fan. You feel me? That's what make it work.
That's a great answer.
Without me being my fan, I don't think I would be like pushing so hard. So yeah.
Okay.
Because I know my potential.
What's it like being a young guy, this kind of talent, and still actually in high school?
Look, it's crazy because I don't even think like I humble myself down to where I'm still like the rest of the other kids. So now everybody else, you know, they be noticing me, so they kind of like gas my head a little bit, but it's nothing that really faze me. I still be working just like everybody else.
Oh yeah.
What about the girls? You have a lot of girls on you?
You're not even.
I mean, straight up. You don't have to lie. Just tell it straight up. I mean, if they all on you every day, I mean, what is it like? Are they like calling you and, you know, trying to like come over your house?
I mean, yeah,
What are they doing?
yeah. I ain't in a place like I'm a ladies' man. Like I'm a big flirt. You know, I don't know if that just runs in the Gemini system. Blame
it on the zodiac sign. Hey man, I'm gonna use that. Ain't no Gemini though.
I mean, it just kind of comes naturally because you know I like talking to girls. I never really messed with a lot of dudes like that, so
yeah,
it's just a habit.
So you got a girl as a best friend?
Yeah, I actually do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out to Jenny. That's my dog.
Hey, shout out.
Shout out Jenny. That's my dog. Yeah.
She do music too? Does she do music as well?
No, she isn't. Nah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You talked about your dad, but you come really from a musical family. What was that like growing up? Did you guys like doing Christmas? Is it a sing off, a dance off? What is it like?
Nah, actually, sometimes when we would like go out or like if somebody's birthday, either he's singing or I'm singing. Like if somebody got to sing happy birthday or something, so I would have to step up and do that because they would just love to hear me sing. Sometimes even for family reunions. Yeah. So basically, when I growing up, that's what it really was until I got into like openly singing for everyone else. And
do you write?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I actually recently just started writing my own songs and recorded.
Okay, that's cool.
So you take even young people have experiences. So do you take your experiences and put it into the music, or
yeah?
Or do you look at life and say, that's interesting, and write from that?
Yeah, I really just write from what comes to my mind, like what I've been through. Like I've been through like a couple of rough relationships, things getting played, all that other stuff, like a normal teen. So that's why I really I listen to all the music on the radio, but I kind of turn it into my own thing, you know, R&B style, swag, with the hip hop, you know, vibes, all that.
You ever incorporated like any type of rap into your lyrics?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you might see that soon.
Okay. Yeah, I listened to some of your songs and I hadn't seen it yet. I was just curious if you were going in that direction.
Yeah.
I gotta ask this question. You write from experience, so Has any young lady, hit your DMs, text you, and say, "Hey, look, I know that song's about me."
Hey yo. Nah, actually, I mean, I might pull that little trick on a female and be like, "Nah, I wrote that song about you."
Oh,
I mean,
man.
just get in their head sometimes, but I ain't never wrote they ain't never come at me like that.
So you're not just a singer; you're also an actor. Tell us a little bit about the acting.
Actually, for this short film by my man Corey, 30 Day Promise. If y'all look that up, it's popping right now. I actually did this a couple of years ago. It's about a woman going through some things with her husband. Then she got cancer. She's giving up, and it's just like, God, believing in God, putting your faith in God. Switch things around, and it really ended up a really beautiful movie. If you go look it up.
What's it called?
30 Day Promise.
30 Day Promise?
Yes, 30 Day Promise, and my man Corey. And we actually went down to Atlanta for the premiere. It was
okay.
It's mad dope.
So what got you into the acting? Was that just something you just want to do it all, or was it something?
I actually do want to do it. I've been in a play. I've been in an actual play before, that kind of like motivated me to do that because, the opportunity was there. I just had to, want to do it. So I was kind of excited for that.
Hey, man, it's a great thing to be as young and driven as you are. A lot of times, when you're young, you live in life, you're doing a lot of different things, and you're just having fun. But you seem to be very focused and driven and about your career. Where do you think that came from? Do you think that is, attributed to your father, or is it just something that's in you?
Well, first off, before I even started making music, my dad told me, he kept asking me like, "Do you want to do this? Like, are you serious about this?" So I told myself like, do I think I got the stamina to do that, the potential to do that? So I was like, yeah. So I started believing in myself, and I told him, yeah, I want to do this. So then, right around this time last year, went up north with my man Magic. I call him Uncle Madge. He gave us a track, and we just started writing to it, started vibing, and that's where something came from.
Shout out to Magic Reed.
Shout out to Magic Reed.
Some good production. Everything he seems to put his hands on, it seems like magic.
Shout out to his lab too.
Yeah, most definitely.
Let me ask you this: short-term bucket list. 5 things on that piece of paper. What would you say those 5 things are? Short-term.
Short term.
Let's say within the next 5 years.
In this 5 years. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Short term. Big short term. Hopefully, I guess to get my notoriety up way more than it is now.
Okay.
Gain a better following.
Mm-hmm.
Get my first album done, which is coming really soon.
That's 3.
Grammys. Hopefully, gonna make it. That's kind of
That's
a big goal for me. I mean,
go hand in hand.
Hey.
Yeah. Features from one of my big inspirations, like Chris Brown.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That's 5. You good?
That's a good bucket list. That is an absolute great bucket list. So now, as you were talking about, you got the album coming. So you put this body of work together. How do you feel about it?
I'm hyped. I'm mad excited. I haven't the fact that I've had this catalog that I haven't released yet. Like, it's making me want to release it even more. And so I'm really excited about that for y'all. So I just know it's coming. I feel it.
Hey man, that the passion and the excitement, hey, that lets me know this thing is gonna be fire. So I can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah, for she dope.
In the full body, in the full frame. So it should be. It's gonna be an exciting time for you. So I just want to clap early. Give my clap early.
Let me ask you this: outside of the music and some of the things that you just outlined, do you have any other immediate business interests that you may want to focus on?
I do want to actually come out with my own brand.
Okay.
I've really been in this style. I haven't really been embracing it as much as I should. But yeah, I do want to end up coming up with my own brand, style.
You already have an idea about, the direction that you want to take that?
Yeah, I do. I just need more ideas so I could just
Okay,
take
kind of
them
to
down.
like kind of work on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've been in the industry technically probably since you were a kid because you're a product of your father. What is it like working with your father this whole time? Because sometimes I know it's still dad. It can be a little contentious sometimes.
Yeah,
Dad say do this. And, I'm the artist though, so what is it like?
I mean, it's not easy. I mean, like it's, like you're saying, it's my dad. But I mean, I think a lot of people kind of like think wrong about that since, he's my dad, he put me on, all that. Like, we working together as a team. Like, he don't have to do that, but since he's here for me, I'm appreciating that we working hard. So I appreciate him for that, for real.
Hey man, that's great. And you're absolutely right. A lot of people think it's hard to work with your family or your father, your mother, but I find that, or at least what I've seen, parents always try to look out for their kids, at least in the long and the short term, because that's your baby. So you're gonna do whatever you gotta do to make sure that they're straight. So you go back to Brandy and all of these different people in the industry who had their parents as not only just as managers but as role models, and they've been pretty successful. So we're gonna try to keep that track going. Try to keep that thing going with you guys.
Out of your travels, do you have a favorite place that you've been that you may think about moving to, where you might want to concentrate and focus on living?
I want to hit the West Coast. I haven't actually really been off the East Coast really, other than Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to go to Cali. I don't know. I heard great things about it. I seen things. I want to go there. I just want to get the spot. Like, it look like a nice visit. So I want to go there. Probably around the next 5 years. Man. I add that to my bucket list. So.
Okay, cool. Cali's hot. Literally.
Really though. So now you got the album coming out. You got some ideas for the next business move. So, what is the one thing that your dad told you about business in general? Like, we'll start with the music part of it. What did he tell you about the music business? Because I'm sure he's got his stories. I've got a few of my own. The business itself is something different. So what has he told you to kind of keep you with the understanding like this thing ain't easy?
Yeah, he definitely warned me about all the consequences that come with it, like like being screwed over, like being like having the hopes of doing something, doors shut in your face, all that other stuff. So that's what I've been preparing myself for, because another door is always gonna open, and he's had those doors shut in his face before. So I guess that's probably motivation for him helping me, so I don't get those, so I can have a better chance, so I have a better opportunity.
So would you say, well, you're getting older now, so is the dynamic shifting with you and your dad? So it's pops, but
right.
As you get older, is you start to see the friendship build, and he start to treat you a little more mature and say, all right, bro,
I mean, yeah, he got some things work on, but we got his you feel me? But yeah, we kind of tight, so yeah.
All right, good. Yeah, I think we need to meet the man himself. The push and the drive, the management, the pops himself. So stay tuned. Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Style Show. As promised, we're going to go ahead and bring in Chris Feed's manager and also his father. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get him in here, Mr. Christopher Terrell.
All right.
Hello, man.
Sharp, man.
Yeah,
Looking
appreciate
good.
you.
He come on the show like Gentleman Styles.
I know, you can't.
Trying to keep up with you guys, man.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right.
It's good.
You're a manager, but you're managing your son. What's that like, man?
It's a beast. It's a beast, man, because, I'm not just his manager, I love him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So, and not a lot of managers end up loving their artists, but, I die for mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A little bit different.
You know what I mean? A little different. So, I don't want, like he heard him mention earlier, how the, relationship and probably some things I need to work on, you know what I mean?
Right.
And some of those things, those dynamics are, that push and certain other things, I can be overprotective, because he's a growing young man. He's about to be 17, in June. You know, when I was his age, I had a lot more, freedom back in the day. But it's now so crazy out here. You know, I kind of keep my grips on him a little harder because of what I know what's out here in the streets, and by me being in the streets,
absolutely.
I just I want him to be successful. And a lot of people ain't got his best interest at hand, so I just, I'm that guy.
So does it give you any pushback?
Of course, not much though. You know what I mean? It's just
he's smirking over here.
it's not really the pushback get away from me, Dad. Nothing like that. It's more so, of me just like, hey, I don't want to be, the guy that's just. You doing this for me because it's not for me, because I wouldn't even have done this if it was for me. But like you said earlier, he told me that he wanted to do it.
Okay.
I saw it in him much younger.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't gonna I didn't want people to say, yo, I'm trying to live my dreams through my son. You know what I mean? I've already done certain things in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
That's up to him. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if he wants to do it, I'm gonna give it. My best to make sure that he's in a good position.
Absolutely.
Until he fired me. You know what I'm saying?
You act like it's going to happen.
They'll probably end up being like, yo, Dad, just chill. I got you. You know what I mean? That's thing.
You fire your dad.
But that's the thing. It's like I want to just make sure he's good, because this is this business. And in life, it's just a lot of it's a lot of demons out there. Man. And they don't have his best interest.
It's a dirty world.
Yeah, and they're gonna flatter him. They're gonna do this. They're gonna wean him into these things and throw up the dollar. Pull up in the nice whips and pull out the drugs and all that other stuff. And they're gonna have him open or try to do that. And I'm just trying to show him the way of what's gonna happen. So it's gonna be up to him how he deal with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I said, he's a young man already, so he's gonna be making some decisions that I'm not gonna always be around. You know what I mean? To make on his every move. Even now, we're not around our kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They make how we were in school.
Yeah.
We do things that mom and pops don't know nothing about.
That's true.
I'm not gonna talk about that.
He was with me sometimes.
Go ahead and tell him. You're always trying to play.
That wasn't me. How's the dynamic? With you being his father. Of course, there's his mother. So how's the dynamic work family-wise? Does your wife okay, back off him a little bit? Come on now, that's our baby. Or does she understand that she kind of help you co-manage?
I mean, she's definitely the supporter. You know what I mean? So she ride or die. But everybody get on my nerves every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Just like I get on theirs. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's actually a good kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, although I get on this case and, I'm going to spit my fire, and say what I say. But at the end of the day, he's not one of these kids that's out there wilding out. And this, I ain't saying he's perfect that by any means, but he's, he ain't out there like that. You know what I'm saying? He taking care of his business. He listens. He may not move as fast as I want him to. You know what I mean? But he, he's not a bad kid. None of my kids are bad kids. You know what I mean? I got 2 daughters, so it could be a lot worse, bro. I'm proud of all of them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
How much autonomy do you give him, whenever you're creating?
How much timing?
Autonomy. How much?
I give him everything I got.
Okay.
And then I also back away. I've been backing away a lot more lately.
All right.
Just because I want him to be more of a creator.
Mm-hmm.
And he's dope. You know what I mean? He's vocally, at his age, he has more control than I did. You know what I mean? My voice was more powerful, but control-wise, he can do things with his voice that I still can't do. You know what I mean? He has good tone, good, and he's still honing in on it because his voice just changed, so he's still grabbing it. You know what I mean? Because for a time we was like, hey man,
it won't pretty though. No?
Yeah, how was that transition when the voice started to change?
I hated it. I really did. When I first noticed it, I was like, oh man, it ain't gonna do too much. I was in chorus. But I had stepped away from that, and this when it started happening because I was one of them. tenors. I don't know what it's called, but
The high tenor.
yeah, I was one of those. So I'm used to hitting them high notes. But then as soon as I started transitioning, started talking all low, and it's like I started trying to sing, it just won't work. It's wrong with it. So I had to it was kind of discouraging, but then again, I was just like, I get through it though. So I kept working.
What was your take on that for him? With him being discouraged?
I mean, I was just trying to tell him to fight through it, keep singing, because that's what's really, what it's about. You got to keep singing, even though it's going to come out like alfalfa, you know what I mean? Because that's what's going to happen.
Right.
It's, it's not going to sound good all the time. It's, especially when you're hitting those high notes, it's not the same anymore. Your voice is changing, and I ain't know what God had in store, you know what I mean? But it ended up setting a nice tone to his vocals, you know what I mean? So, it worked out. He's still like I said, he's still 16, so he's still got some more molding, as far as vocal strength and all that other stuff, but it's there.
Speaking of vocal strength, you've been in the studio lately.
A little bit, but I was pushed to do that, man. I really wasn't trying to really do that, and I say that my man Matt, he be cursing me out for being that way, but this is my priority.
Right.
So at this point, Writing Life Entertainment, which is the company that I'm the CEO of. Okay. I'd rather put my money into him,
right?
You know what I'm saying, than to me. Even they pushed me to do this single, I ain't even push it. You know what I mean? I ain't put no money behind it, no nothing, because it wasn't. It really wasn't about me. I felt the message that he wanted me to get out there. It was very, very.
So good. You did it, but then you just kind of backed up off. You let it be. You let it ride for what it is.
Yeah. I mean, because I still got time. It ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the type of record that I could, I can come back 6 months and shoot a video for it and be alright. You know what I mean? So that's not it. And I still may do something like that. But right now, it's really, I'm not Mr. Rich Kid. You know what I mean? I take care of my family. We live well.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God. We decent. So, but at the same time, everything is a cost. You know what I mean? Now, if I had Diddy money,
if we all,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like for real, because my son's music right now, this album, is crazy. I can put it up against any cat that's out there that's doing the same type of music, battle. You know what I mean? That's how good it is. But until you get that money and marketing order or that right boom, until that right thing happens, it's a grind. It's a slow grind. But on a comparison to other artists' music, it's there, bro. This album is crazy.
You've been on the side of the artist side.
Yeah.
You know what that is. So now that you're on the management side, what do you see that you really didn't know from the other side? In this era, let's talk this era, because that era, back in the days.
I mean, it's a totally different beast now.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, the labels are different. They want your numbers right. But the great thing about today's artists, they have a much larger platform than we did.
Right.
I was blessed to get the notoriety I had back then and get the attention of the Diddy's and the Heavies and the RCA's and Sony's. I went to New York to get it. Me and my man, we went up there to make it happen, and we luckily we got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just a different beast. People are not looking at. You can go to labels, but I hadn't even taken any of his stuff to a label yet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even asked for a sit down. You know what I mean? Because when I do that, we'll be ready for it. And we'll be able to say, hey, we got these numbers, or we looking at this way, and, what's good. So I'm trying to put them in a position where we're not going in there begging.
Right.
So we going in there with something.
Yeah,
with product, and all we need is a little cash. Just write us a check. You know what I'm saying? Write us a check. We good over here. You know what I mean? So and so that's what we set up. And thankful, my man Magic Reed, I partnered up with him because I worked with him back in the day, you know, and he's done stuff with, you know, like Mariah Carey, Mike, mad people. So, you know, we both got great backgrounds in this music game, and he's doing it day to day. So, you know, I get a lot of, you know, advice from him as well, because I'm not doing it day to day like I was. You know, man, I'm taking, you know, I'm in the corporate world too. You know what I'm saying? So I got to handle this on this side and do this. You know, so it's a balance. So, you know, and I've been doing that since 91, 92. You know, getting up, doing the corporate thing, and when I get off, I go straight to the studio. I'm getting out 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, going to brush my teeth and wash my face and jump in the shower, and I'm heading to work. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes 30 minutes of sleep or less. So these are the things that I'm showing him that I did. Although I'm not asking him to mimic that, I'm just trying to set him in a way where he ain't got to do that. However, it's a different business now, so he's gonna surpass. You know, the money's different.
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely.
when it does happen, his money gonna be crazy. He's 16. Everybody know he could be a millionaire in 2 years.
Right.
Just the right thing just gotta happen.
Easily.
I mean, look at Cardi. You see what happened with her? Like boom, boom, 3
Fire.
Yeah,
Quick.
you know. So it happens, man. You know, just like you just gotta be prepared for it. You know, when opportunity meets, you know, well, when preparation meets opportunity, you know what's happening. Success. You know, so that's all. I'm just preparing them for that.
I see you over there taking it all in. I was sitting and I was thinking when you were talking about him being a good kid. I think that's one of the best things in the world, when you do recognize you have good kids and they're able to flourish because you give them that opportunity.
Right.
You know, it's hard. I mean, realistically, it's really hard to, you know, put all your energy into a bad kid. You know what I mean? Like, if he was a bad kid trying to do this, you trying to wrangle him in and constantly, you know, pick him up from jail or constantly get him out of these situations, it makes it a whole lot harder. But, you know, I really applaud you for, you know, all that you do with all your kids, and, you know, definitely with having the ability to manage him, you know, still deal with the corporate world,
right,
and still, you know, deal with your family all at the same time. So that's a lot of hats that you have to wear. So it's absolutely a good thing.
Thank you, bro.
Cool. You good? Anything you guys got coming up y'all want to talk about?
Just want to let y'all know, Inevitable album coming this summer. Y'all better be ready. Stay tuned. Chris Feed on Instagram. Want to let y'all know I'm gonna be posting on my YouTube. Chris Feed. My music is on all platforms. Y'all check out my music video first time and something. Yeah.
Inevitable coming. All right. Can't nobody start what God is manifesting right here. You know what I mean? So, and I appreciate you guys for having us on the show.
Hey, no problem. No problem.
I think that's the reason we created this show was, you know, for young brothers like him and brothers and women and just anybody that's doing something positive and trying to do something and promote something positive and give back. It's always a good thing. And that's the other thing. Before we go, I don't want to leave this part out. You know, I see, you know, him doing give backs. I think you guys were doing the book drive or the book book bag drive.
Right.
I mean, that's outstanding for him to be at this age and already, you know, giving back in the community. Right. So, you know, I want to applaud you for that. Keep up the good work with that. That is absolutely.
Shout out to Myra Bradley.
Thank you. Yeah, I did a book bag drive, back to school drive in Worthdale not too long ago. And yeah, it was amazing. I'm glad. I was just glad I was given the opportunity to do that, because I want to do more for the community, especially when I come into money and all that. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
And you heard that, more for the community. I got to do more for the community. We all got to do more for the community. So that is an absolutely great thing, and be inspired by this young brother doing that at such a young age. So one of the things that we always try to do is make sure that we uplift our own. And that doesn't just mean, you know, our culture. That means people in general. So you guys stay tuned and keep watching in terms of the community things that we start to do from the Gentleman Style Show. But before we get out of here, we cannot leave. We're going to let Chris Feed throw to one of his videos and let you guys enjoy that. So there you go.
Y'all, this first time Chris Feed music video. Y'all better be ready.
It's first time.
red bottom shoes. Shorty know I ain't perfect, she know that I'm worth it. All of them hoes, but you the girl that deserve it. Can't wrap my mind around my feelings for you. Give me your trust, cause girl ain't no leaving you. It's the very first time that I'm touching you. It's the very first time that I'm loving you. It's the very first time for me and you. It's the very first time. It's the first time. When the world's feeling cold, girl, I'm heating up. Got me gone, girl, I'm so gon' receipt it up. This that good ghetto love, girl, I beat it up. It's the very first time, it's the first time. Girl, you know that I can't leave you alone. Leave you. Now, baby, don't get it confused. I know what it's like. Don't you hate being used? So girl, let's escape into the rhythm of blues. I know you the one, ain't no picking to choose. She like it rough, ain't no passive aggressive. Slipping and sliding, know the waters I'm testing. New to the field, can't keep my hands off of you. Ready or not, shorty, I'm ready for you. It's the very first time that I'm touching you. It's the very first time that I'm loving you. It's the very first time for me and you. It's the very first time. It's the first time. When the world's feeling cold, girl, I'm heating up. Got me gone, girl, I'm so gon' receipt it up. This that good ghetto love, girl, I beat it up. It's the very first time, it's the first time. Girl, you know that I can't leave you alone. Leave you. In the middle of the floor, I wanna give you more. Playing a song, the mood is right. Like Jodeci, girl, I'm feeling tonight. Turning you up, baby, get high. Changing your life, baby, I might.